everyone. In this video, I will preview the BZ-166, which is a new Chinese Tier 8 Tech 3 tank, heavy tank. First, let's go and take a look of the crews. Here we have 4 crew members. First, which is the commander, which has also got the radio operator skills as well. Then we have the gunner, driver, and the loader of this tank. Let's go now and talk about the set of this tank. As I said, the gun is a 122mm caliber gun with a 420 alpha damage, which can heal up to 525. The DPM of this tank is 1.9k, which means we have here a 13.2 second reload time for a 420 alpha damage. This reload time is it's a bit long, but the DPM, it's okay, not that low and not that high. So the good thing about this is the 10 degree bond oppression and the 20 degree elevation. The accuracy of this gun here, we have dispersion for 0.4 and aim time 3.07 second. Now the aim time is really long and the dispersion value is bad. The turret reverse speed is 27 degree per sec, which is the same stat as the Defender has. So it's an average heavy tank turret turning speed, which is good. Definitely not slow. There are slower speeds than this. So the HP of this tank is 1.5k, which is good. The armor, so we have here the whole armor first with the front, side and rear, and the turret armor here with front, side and rear. So as from the papers looks like, only 270mm on the turret armor, front turret armor, which is not great at all. It looks like this tank doesn't really have any good armor from these stats here. Now, this tank weighs in 52 tons with a 550 horsepower. This means in normal mode you will go with 35 km/h forward speed and 13 reverse speed. Now with the booster mode enabled, you will go with 53 km/h forward and 1 km/h reverse speed. You have here 4 boosters per battle, which will last 10 seconds. So for 10 seconds you will go with 53 km/h forward speed 4 times per battle. Now the hull reverse speed 27, here Defender has 31, which means this tank turns his hull slower than the Defender. And camo value, it's a heavy tank camo value, so it's totally okay. And the view range is 330 meters per second. Defender has 350 meters. This tank has really low view range, 330 meter. This is just bad. And let's go now and talk about the ammunition of this tank. Ammunition loadout here, this tank can take up to 45 ammo. The base penetration is 221mm, which is good. The shell velocity speed is 1000 meters per sec, which is definitely okay for an AP shell. And one shell cost 1025 credits, which is, I would say it's expensive because the penetration value is not that high, and 420 alpha damage, yeah. Now the heat with 270mm base penetration value, and the shell speed is 850 meters per sec. For a heat shell is okay, but it's really expensive. 5,600 credits for this shell. This is definitely not worth it because only deals 420 alpha damage, and the penetration is not that great, not even 300, 290 or 300. So why this is so expensive, I don't really know. This max price could be 4,800 definitely, but not 5,600 for this ammo. It's just not worth it to spam the heat. And the HE with 61mm of base penetration value, 800 meters per sec shell speed, which is good for an AG shell, and the max high roll 550, and the cost is 608 credits, which is acceptable. Now let's take a look of the back of this tank. This is the back of the tank where we have the jet boosters here, and I want to analyze the armor of this. From this image I want to analyze a bit if I can. So we have here a flat shoulder plate, which means this tank is not good for side scraping. Everybody will pan you in the side because this will be green when you side scrape. This is a flat shoulder plate, which is bad, but the upper plate looks well angled, and this looks like a auto ricochet bouncy angle when you are in a 10 degree, because this tank has 10 degree bond oppression, and from the normal position on a face-to-face position like this flat plate on the turret will be overmatchable, I assume, with heat and even with AP, because how bad angled. But in hold down position 10 degree bond oppression, this will not be a problem. And we don't have any big cupola here on the top of the turret, which means this tank in hold down position will be actually good, but it remains to see how thick the gun mantlet of this tank is, if here in the hold can be penetrated or not. It remains to see, and this metal bar here below the gun, it remains to see how thick is and how good is the armor at this position. So yeah, this is what I can tell from this image. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next upcoming news about this tank.